98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Welcome to the Ford Wyoming Center for additional coverage of Star Valley basketball on the SVI Sports Network. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Larrington and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. An elimination game after the Star Valley Braves, a gut-wrenching loss yesterday against Campbell County in the opening round, where the Braves saw a 10-point lead disappear and some untimely turnovers and uncharacteristic down the stretch for the Braves. Couldn't overcome a Campbell County lead, and Star Valley drops the opening round and will now take on their foes from the Snake River Canyon, the Jackson Broncs, in a rivalry game. The winner advances to the Consolation Championship, while the loser's season will come to a close. Dal Erickson here with me. I'm Duke Dance, Sage Jacobson, our producer. And, of course, Dal, this one's a big one, but been a long time since we've seen Jackson and Star Valley play in a game like this in Casper.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they've played in the state tournament. We'll get into that with the rivalry. But, you know, Duke, both of these teams, they come in with a pretty good squad this year. The Braves with the number one seed out of the West. Of course, they had state championship aspirations, lost a heartbreaker yesterday. Well, if you think it can't get worse, it can. You can lose to your rivals and go home early here today. So, man, I expect this one to live up to the billing of rivalry game.
Just 5.5 minutes from tip-off. Let's continue with our First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off in the Crimson Corner.
Look at that Crimson Corner, the State Spirit team. We already got to see them dance several times. The Jazz dance routine winning first, highest ever score awarded in the state of Wyoming ever. That's pretty impressive. The Brave Cadets placing third in their Jazz category. The cheerleaders placing a state runner-up in the co-ed cheer, fourth in the game day. The Lady Braves lost by 18 yesterday to Cheyenne East, and then just barely fell to Campbell County in a rally that came up just a bit short, 59-52. Their season comes to a close. And also, by the way, the Braves, if they would win, they would move on and play for the Consolation Trophy tomorrow, and a loss would send them home. That's a look at your Crimson Corner.
It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off here from the Ford Wyoming Center between the Star Valley Braves and the Jackson Broncs. Let's take a look at some other games of interest here in the 4A and 3A state tournament with the roundup presented by Sunrise Engineering.
Cheyenne East got by the Broncs yesterday, 49-39. Mentioned this one. The Camels got the Braves yesterday, 58-55. Laramie kind of handling Riverton yesterday. I was a little surprised at that one, 67-54. But the surprise of the day, Duke, the Cody Broncs just absolutely lambasting the number one Thunder Basin Bolts, 51-26. Nobody saw that coming, I don't think. So your semifinal, the Cody Broncs taking on Laramie and Cheyenne East taking on Campbell County. Over on the boys' side for the 3A boys, Lyman beating Wheatland, Douglas over Lovell, and then Buffalo and Warden will play in the other semifinal. That's a look at your roundup, brought to you by Sunrise Engineering.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. Braves and Broncs warming up here at the Ford Wyoming Center in this elimination game. Sometimes now when we come to Casper, there's not much of a rivalry. Not the case in this game. Let's recap it with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
And these numbers, of course, go back to 1951. That's just as far back as I've gone. Overall, the Braves with a huge advantage in the series, 123-37. But on a neutral court, it's much closer. The Braves leading at 15-12 all time. And I'm not going to give away the last time we played at state because, well, that's coming up later on in the show. So, but let's just say it's been a while. Some guy named Reagan might have been in the White House. Let's just put it that way.
All right. That's a look at the Recap the Rivalry with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. 2.5 minutes away from tip-off time here at the Ford Wyoming Center. And, Dal, it's interesting to see these Friday morning games because, as you mentioned with Star Valley, you're coming into this one, into the weekend. You want to play for a state championship, and that didn't happen. Jackson was the same. And so a lot of times these Friday morning games, it's all just about who's more mentally prepared to bounce back from an unexpected loss the day before, because this is the first game back since, well, not being able to play for the state championship anymore.
Yeah, who wants to be here? That's the biggest thing. Who wants to be here the most? It's kind of like one of those non-New Year's Six bowl games. If you're excited to be here, you're excited to keep playing, you're probably going to be fine. If you're kind of hound dog and sad that you lost yesterday, well, you better get over it real quick because the other team might be excited and jump all over your face here and decide the game early. So, yeah. And then, the venue too, Duke. This is always a different place to shoot, the Wyoming Center, the event center. There's no frame of reference for you on the ends, and so sometimes guys don't have their shot with them. So that could be a big deal today, but we'll see how it goes. I expect these two teams to lay it all out on the line here because nobody wants to go home on a Friday afternoon because you lost to your rival, your trash-talking rival.
And a minute away from opening lineup, how about the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game?
Well, key number one, they need to own the paint, and that's going to be a tough job. The Braves beat the Bronx in Afton, but they didn't have to contend with Andrew Hanna. He did not play in that game, so that's going to be a big challenge. They need to stop the ball. No layups for Seb Brunner and Mac Fairbairn just driving into the lane and laying it up in. They can't allow that. They need to hound those guards defensively, maybe force them into a few turnovers and contested shots, especially from three. Key number 4 is the most important key, Duke. This is for pride. You got to come out here for the pride of the Crimson and Gold. You're playing the Jackson Bronx, and that should be all you need. That's key number 4.
The Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game to put the wraps on our first Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip off Braves and Bronx, this time in Casper in the consolation round. Elimination day on a Friday. Star Valley will be the road team in their Crimson and Gold. Jackson the Whites on the other side. First Bank of Wyoming. Let's make your dreams become a reality. Find construction loan information at gofirstbank.com. That is gofirstbank.com. Duke Dance, Dal Erickson. We will have some highlights for you at halftime and post-game as well. We'll also have a full highlight film uploaded to our live stream channels and Star Valley Independent Facebook page immediately following this game. And until then, we'll have live audio here provided on SVI and Swift 98. By the way, the highlights made possible by First Bank of Wyoming. Starting lineup first for the Jackson Bronx. Coming in wearing number 11, I believe is...
That's Seb Brunner.
Brunner, yeah.
He usually wears number 1, but he's wearing 11.
That's what I thought. He threw me off, so Seb Brunner, number 11 today. Number 13 is Carson Harlan. Seb, by the way, 13 points per game average. Number 14 is Isaac Larson for the Jackson Bronx. The big man underneath, he leads 4A in rebounding. That's Andrew Hanna. 16.2 points per game, 11.2 rebounds per game. And to round out the starting 5 is number 24, Gavin Keelan, 7.8 points per game. Head coach Hayden Hatfield for the Jackson Bronx. So now the starting 5 for the Star Valley Braves.
Kind of an interesting matchup, Duke. That first win in Jackson, the Bronx absolutely destroyed the Braves for about 3.5 quarters. At home, no Andrew Hanna. 6'5", getting the start, number 0. That is Jacob Hodges. Also getting the start, a 6'4" senior wearing number 3. That is Luke Linford. 6'6", wearing number 5. He grew an inch. That's Taft McClure. 6'5" senior wearing number 22 is Croy Jenkins. And getting the last starting nod here today, I believe, will be senior Ridge Neild, number 23 at 6'2". The Braves coached by Mitch Schwab, assisted by Ballard Johnson, Shane Williams, and Ben Hale.
Coach Schwab goes with all 5 seniors in the starting lineup today. Be Jenkins and Hanna who will go for the opening tip-off. Live from the Ford Wyoming Center. Court side, thank you for joining us. Official will step center floor, ball's in the air. Jenkins wins the tip, and it's Star Valley basketball. Quickly to Linford, quickly to McClure, quickly down to Hodges. One-on-one against Hanna, and Hodges scores. Just like that. The bread and butter play, if you will, for the basketball program this year. Hodges on the post. Here's a left side 3 from Harlan. Good. The quick answer for Jackson. The triple from Harlan on the left. It's 3-2 Bronx. Now Linford on the left side. Angled drive. Can't get to the rim. Backs it back out to Hodges. Fakes a 3 and passes over to Linford. Luke to McClure. Top of the key. Takes a 3. Down the barrel. Front rim no good. Rebounded by Hanna. It's Jackson basketball. They'll work down to Brunner. Bounces over to Hanna on the outside. Kick back up top. Extra pass left. Now into the corner. Defense closed on Harlan. No shot that time. Now Brunner on the right side wing. Still 3-2 Jackson on top as Brunner will reset the offense. 1 minute into the game. Harlan to Brunner. Now right side. Defense continues to stay with Larson this time. Kick out, no shots. Jackson swinging around the outside. Feed down to the baseline. Now Keelan in the lane, shot no good. But Gavin Keelan will go to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2 shots.
Luke Linford going to be whistled for his first. In that first matchup, Gavin Keelan had himself a ball game, 20 points against the Braves up there in Teton County.
Shots away and got the friendly high bounce off the back iron and in. 6:42 to play in the first. Jackson now up 4-2. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Hodges. Star Valley basketball. Linford across the half-court line. Works it over to the left side wing. Bounce to Hodges on the perimeter. Takes a 3. Too strong, no good. Not really Jake's shot. Rebounded by Larson. Jackson the other way in transition. Can't get to the rim. Kick it back outside. Now Keelan, open 3 down the barrel. No good. Hodges another rebound. Stays 4-2. Star Valley basketball. 6:10 to play. First period. Hodges on the post. Gives to Linford to the rim. Good
Nice.
with the foul. Little give and go from Hodges to Linford and Luke to the Riverside Dental free throw line for the and one.
Nice finish from Luke. Had to kind of bend backwards. The foul will go against number 11. That's Seb Brunner. That's going to mess with me the whole game.
He normally wears 1. He's been 1 all season.
He's doing this on purpose.
I'm going to mess with Dow.
It's
today.
working. It's working.
Free throw's good, and Star Valley back on top. 6:06 to play in the first. 3 ball is missed badly, but the fight for the rebound ricochets to Jenkins. Star Valley basketball. Braves down the court, coming the other way. Luke dribbles between his legs, has it on the left side wing. Brunner picks him up. Now he goes into the paint. Bumped and can't get to the rim. Back out to Nield. Ridge wants to drive, can't, has the ball stripped, but recollects it. Works it over to McClure. Taft lobs down to Jenkins, has a step, but the defense collapses, goes under the rim and scoops it up reverse style and scores. Couldn't go up left side, so he took it right.
It's good to see Croy get on the board early. He had just a lot of them rim out yesterday.
Keelan, kick out, extra pass. Hannah, baseline jumper, no good. Ball tipped to McClure for the rebound. He'll have the board with Star Valley up by 3. 5:20 to play in the first period. Work it down to Hodges, who beat the defense and scores. Keelan couldn't get down there in time, and the Braves on a 7-0 run. They lead 9-4. 5:05 to play in the first. Jackson playing perimeter passing. Harlan to Hannah. Baseline, drives, kicks it back outside. Extra pass, but Brunner can't get off the 3. Works it back to the left side wing, still on the outside. Now Keelan, jumper from the free throw line is in. That ends the run and makes it 6-9, Braves on top.
Good looking jumper there from Keelan.
Luke Linford bounces to Hodges, right side corner. Jake will get a screen from McClure, still on the perimeter. And up top to Nield. Quickly down to Jenkins. On the post, comes left, spins right, shot is missed, rebounded by Hannah. Jackson with the basketball. Brunner down the floor. Dribbles behind his back, drives in. There's going to be a foul on the floor before Brunner could kick it out. Stops the clock at 4:20 to play in the first.
Ridge Nield will pick up his first. Second team foul on the Braves. 4:20 to go in the quarter.
Ball movement around the outside after the inbound play for the Bronx. Work at left side. Harlan, no shot. Cross-court pass to Brunner. Side steps and jabs and now keeps the dribble alive with a pass left. Open 3, Fairbairn, no good. Left it short. Rebounded by Hodges. Jake up to Linford. Takes the 3 in transition. Rim no good. Hodges fights for the rebound. Tipped out of bounds off of Hannah. It's going to stay with Star Valley on their end. Clock stopped at 3:54 to go in the first period.
Isaac Larson will check in for the Bronx.
Star Valley still up by 3 here, 9-6 on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Ball tipped on the inbound and stolen away by Brunner. Brunner wants to run with it, can't get to the rim, dribbles behind his back and stops at the 3-point line. Finds Hannah, left side corner, shot, no, it's actually not a shot, ball loose, picked up by Hannah underneath, and he goes up strong and scores. It's Andrew Hannah for 2 to make it a 1-point game.
It's a good job of playing defense from Jacob, not fouling, but it's a great finish from Andrew Hannah. All 6-7 of him.
Linford breaks down the defense, top of the floor. He's picked back up and goes to McClure, left side wing. Screen set for McClure to get him to the elbow. Now a jumper in the lane, off the mark left side, rebounded by Jenkins. Kick back out Linford. He'll drive in, bounces down to Hodges, who scores. Great pass from Luke Linford from the left post to the right block.
6 points here for Hodges early on.
3:07 to play in the first. Another three, this time missed again by the Bronx. Larson pulled the trigger. McClure on the rebound. 2:57 to play in the first period. Bronx and Braves at the Ford Wyoming Center. Elimination consolation. Here's McClure, drives the post, hop to the rim, and good.
Oh my goodness.
That is back to the backboard and scores. He wanted the contact too, didn't get it.
That was quite a finish.
Ball tipped by Linford on the other end. He'll tip it to himself for the steal. Works it left side to Hodges. Wants to drive but can't. Jumper pull up on the elbow, no good. Ricochets and saved before it goes out of bounds. Fairbairn pulls it in. Jackson basketball. Braves lead 13-8. 2:22 to play in the first period. Brunner dribbles down to the right side baseline, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. That will be a foul on Jenkins. Just off the clock at 2:19.
First personal on Croy, third team foul on the Braves. 2:19 to go here in the first. Ridge will have a seat. Cooper Lancaster checking in. Cooper actually led the team in scoring yesterday against the Camels with 16.
Inbound play to Larson. Now works over to Hanna and up on top again around the arc. Brunner around the left side corner. Flick up top to Larson. Wants to drive the lane. Can't get to the rim. Kicks it out. Brunner threes away. Back rimmed it no good. Rebounded by Lancaster. Star Valley basketball. 2 minutes to go in the first. McClure down the floor. Pulls up the 2-point swish. In transition. And McClure drops in another good-looking shot. Jackson on the other end, 3 ball, too strong, no good. Rebounded by Keelan, and he puts it back in. Gavin Keelan aboard and a bucket, back down to a 5-point lead.
3 ball been pretty cold for Jackson so far after that first make. They're 1 of 6 now, but Keelan cleaned that one up.
Hodges, top of the key, drives the right post. Ball on his hip, to the rim, no good, but he gets his own rebound and scores on the putback. Lead back to 7, 1:20 to play in the first. Jackson in the lane, ball tipped, picked up by Linford. Luke on the run, bounces over to Lancaster, makes the man miss, drives in to the rim, and short, no good, fight for the rebound, and I believe Keelan comes out with it. Jackson basketball, 1 minute remaining in the first. Brunner spins into his own player and traveled. And Hanna says, my bad. He drove down the right post, tried to spin back inside, and he got his nostril right in Hanna's chest.
Keelan will have a seat. Palmer Wetzel, number 15, comes in.
58 seconds and counting to go in this first period. Star Valley with the ball up 17-10 over the Bronx. Lancaster hesitates, wants to drive but can't, picks it up and bounces around to Jenkins, who finds Neal. McClure on the outside, jabs, dribbles behind his back, defense stays with him. That's Wetzel on the D, double team on the baseline, back to Lancaster, no shot, kick back out to McClure. Takes a deep 3, off the rim, no good. Hodges has the rebound backside, waits, goes up and scores. Another board and another bucket for Jake Hodges.
There probably could have been some contact there as well.
Star Valley now up by 9, their largest lead of the game so far. Shot fake inside and then pass outside. Lob back down to Hanna, 1-on-1 against Hodges. Goes up and Hanna scores. Makes it 19-12 with 10 seconds to go for the Braves. Lancaster will take it across half court with 7 seconds. Works it to the left side. Here's Neal with 3 seconds. Takes the 3, a wild shot. Banked it! Rich Neal drops it in. I didn't think they were going to get the shot off.
Well, and I thought it was going to be an air ball, and it ends up banking out of. That was a really nearly impossible angle. Man, what a shot.
It was almost a hook shot is what it was, just trying to flick it up. Then he dropped it in. 22-12, Braves down by 10 after the triple, back in 30 on SVI.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Avail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveways and parking lots, done with great service at a great price. Call Avail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Bronx basketball to open up the second period. Star Valley gets a triple at the buzzer. Off balance, just threw it up. Rich Nild banked it from the left side wing. And the Braves lead by 10, 22-12.
Fantastic start for Star Valley. 22 points in the quarter. 10 points for Jacob Hodges down low.
Brunner feeds to Hanna. He's outside the lane, dribbles into the paint and kicks it back out. Brunner fakes a three. Can't get to the rim. Drives in now baseline. Bounces to Hanna but loses the ball. Tipped. Hanna recollects and kicks out. Shot fake from Wetzel. Now works it back to Hanna. And around cross-court pass to Brunner. Seb will jab, have a screen to the lane. Dumps it down to Hanna, who scores with the foul. Lancaster came over to help. Gets the contact, and that will send Hanna to the line for the and one.
That was a really pretty pass from Seb Brunner. Foul on Lancaster, and he just didn't need to right there. That thing was going in from Andrew Hanna.
Well, you're not going to block him in that situation for sure. So, yeah, 7:31 to go in the second. Lead down to 8. Hanna for the and one. Well short, hit the underside rim, and an easy rebound for Jacob Hodges. Lancaster across the half-court line. Passes over to Croy Jenkins. He'll hold it high. Jenkins drives, finds a seam. Scoops it up. Hung in the air. Brought the ball down to his knees and drops it in. And then there's going to be an official's timeout.
I think Brunner's got blood on him.
Yeah, he's going to have to sub out.
And everybody's looking to see if it's his or if it's somebody else's.
What a shot, though, from Croy Jenkins.
Oh, man.
Elevated. It was...
He was so far up there, he was like waiting for his body to catch up to where he could scoop the ball up to the rim.
And he brought the ball down low to his knees so they couldn't block it, and then just scooped it up off the glass. It was pretty. Lead back to 10.
What's interesting about this, Duke, is Brunner already is wearing a different uniform. I wonder how many more uniforms they got for him.
He'll sub out right now. Yeah, he came in wearing number 11. Usually 1. Here's Hanna, tries to back down Hodges,
wow.
And good. Hanna aggressive down the baseline, good with the contact.
The Brahma Bulls going at it right there between Hanna and Hodges. There's a battle for you.
Stops the clock at 6:57 to play in the second. B.J. Horsley subs in for the first time today. Timeout taken on the court, 32nd from Coach Hatfield in the Bronx. 24-16 Braves on SVI. Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVILOCAL. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVILOCAL for the locals only discount.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball, live on SVI Media and Swift 98, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
After the Jackson timeout, Andrew Hanna to the line for the and one, rattled it in. Lead down to 7 with Star Valley on top. 6:57 to play in the second. Star Valley leads 24-17. 5 team fouls on the Braves, just 1 on Jackson.
Hanna with 9 points now in this first half.
Taft McClure on the right side wing. Swinging around to Linford on the left, up to Horsley, back to McClure. Turnaround jumper from the free throw line. No good, cornered in the rim, rebounded by Larson of Jackson. He quickly goes down the court to Harlan and loses it out of bounds. Pass a little behind Harlan, and it sails into the Braves bench. Ricochets off of them into the cheerleaders. It's a bullet pass. 6:37 to play in the second. Jenkins fires to Hodges. Down to Horsley, to the rim, high off the square and in. No dribble passing, and Horsley cutting down the angle for 2.
Well, and Horsley had to go high off the glass because Hanna was coming to swat it.
Ball knocked out on the other end off of Star Valley, stays with Jackson. A couple highlight reel plays under the rim for the Braves, which we'll have the highlights for you after the game, by the way. Presented by First Bank of Wyoming. 6:20 to play in the second. Star Valley up by 9. To the right side is Larson, down to Hanna. Again, working against Hodges. Shot no good, but a foul. It's going to be against Star Valley with 6:12 to play in the first half.
Linford will pick up his second. Hanna back to the line on the season. Andrew is a 36% free throw shooter. He hasn't looked like that early on, Duke. He's hit 2 of 3.
That one drops in to cut the lead back down to 8.
He is now into double figures already. 10 points, matches Jacob Hodges.
Hilton will sub in for the Braves. I don't think we saw Tristan yesterday.
We did not.
He will come in, and Jenkins will get a breather. Second free throw on no good. Hodges on the rebound.
7 rebounds for Hodges already.
He's pushing a first half double-double. And there's going to be a foul away from the ball against Jackson. It's going to stay with the Braves down low.
They're going to whistle Palmer Wetzel for his first. And as you mentioned, Duke, just the second team foul.
Tristan Hilton will inbound baseline for the Braves. Off the post, lob to McClure on the right elbow. Back down to Hilton on the post. Bullies his way up, no good, but got his own rebound and puts it back in for 2.
Got swatted once by Hanna, but got the rebound.
Lead back to 10 for Star Valley. Big spin, kick out, no shot. Drive from Wetzel, kick out again. Now 3 from Larson, back rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Linford will have it, falling out of bounds, but got it to Horsley. Works over to McClure, down to Hodges. Backs down the defense, scoops it up, no good. Tried to work it, that wingspan around the left, and hooked it a little bit too much.
Rebound number 3 for Gavin Keelan.
On the other end are the Bronx. Larson on the perimeter. To the elbow, kicks down to the baseline to Hanna. Jabs, fakes, drives in the lane, kick out. Works into the corner. 3 left side from Wetzel, no good. Rebounded by Linford. Bronx are not hitting outside today.
Yeah, right now they're 1 of 8.
Here's McClure, works up to Linford. He's picked up. Hodges on the free throw line, spins and passes to Horsley in the corner. Double team down and trying to go back up to the elbow to Hodges, but he's covered and it's stolen away. Dribble back the other way to Harlan.
I think Tristan actually had a pretty good shot there. He just should have turned around and took it.
Here's Wetzel on the perimeter for the Bronx. Clock down to 4:47 to play in the second. Harlan can't dribble in, pulls up the jumper, deep 2, no good, fading away, and another rebound for Hodges.
For the most part, it's been one and done for the Bronx, and the rebound is starting to pile up. 16-7 now in favor of Star Valley.
4:30 to go in the first half. Braves still lead by 10. Here's a jumper from Hilton, is good on the free throw line.
You know, you got to give Tristan a lot of credit. Comes in cold against a huge guy, and he's already got 4 points. He comes into play.
Ball moving around the outside for the Bronx. Down to Hanna, spins on Hodges, shot no good, but the rebound is there and missed on the putback from Harlan. Had a good look at it, left it short, rebound to the Braves. 4 minutes to go before halftime. Star Valley up by 12. Linford fakes the shot, passes corner 3 away. Good! Tristan Hilton off the bench has ripped off 7 in a row. Sometimes you just need a guy. Today, Tristan Hilton's your guy.
That's awesome.
3:44 to go. And it's 33-18 here in the second period. Braves on top. Work outside, left corner 3, missed again by the Bronx. Linford on the rebound. 3:30 before halftime, and Star Valley's up 33-18. Linford works to Horsley. PJ will dribble, step back and go to Linford. Luke comes right and will carry the basketball is what they end up calling. But yeah, just tried to do too much before the pass. Jenkins and Tayson Johnson sub in. McClure and Hodges are out. So Star Valley has Hilton remaining in the game. Luke Linford, Croy Jenkins, Tayson Johnson, and PJ Horsley up top.
Brunner is back in, and he's wearing number 11, but he has a wrap on his right wrist now.
So must have had some sort of scratch. There's a moving screen against the Bronx. Offensive foul. That is their 7th foul. Nope, that's just their 3rd foul, sorry. Looked at the wrong side of that scoreboard.
Brunner picked up his second. He's got 2 of the 3.
3:10 to go before half. Jenkins goes to Johnson. Kick out Linford. Shot fake, no drive. Passes to Horsley on the perimeter. Clock hits 3 minutes. Second period. Braves up 33-18. Here's Johnson. To the post to Jenkins. Back to the backboard kick out. Extra pass to Johnson on the block. Back out to Jenkins. Croy, left three away. Off the rim, no good. Linford has the rebound. Falling down. Kept the dribble, but then moves around too much on the floor. And we'll turn it over.
Doing everything he could. Just ran out of flexibility.
Travel call with 2:44 to play in the half. Braves still up here 33-18 against the rival Bronx. Brunner to the rim. Quick step, but missed the shot. Hanna has the rebound. Kick out. Didn't go back up with it. Instead, Keelan on the perimeter. He tries to drive the right post. Kick out. Open three. Away. No good again. Johnson rebounds. And back to Linford, who comes across half court. Works right side to Horsley. Couple dribbles for PJ. Finds Hilton on the right wing. Tristan has a screen, drives to the free throw line in the lane, dumps it to Jenkins. He gets on the post but can't get up a shot, works it back to Horsley. 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Now Johnson to the rim and fouled. Shot no good. And Taysom Johnson will go to the Riverside Dental free throw line after an aggressive take on the block.
Mac Fairbairn going to be whistled for his first fourth-team foul. And yeah, the aggressiveness from Taysom as a sophomore, that is going to serve him really well over the next couple of years.
His free throw is no good. You're gonna lose some really good. You're gonna lose some players this weekend for the Braves. 5 fantastic players graduating, but boy, if you're Coach Schwab, you really got to like what you're keeping too.
Well, there's a lot coming up as well. The JV barely lost a game. You have a lot of experience coming back that played varsity, guys like Cooper and Tayson and Max Jensen, a lot of those guys.
Second free throw from Johnson, no good, missed them both. Score remains 33-18, rebounded by Jackson, 1:55 to play before halftime. Larson dribbles behind his back on the free throw line, now hesitates and drives in, kick out, 3 balls away. That one's in, finally one from Gavin Keelan on the left side corner, makes it a 12-point game.
Well, they were probably due. They were 1 of 10, now 2 of 11.
Lancaster is fouled in the front court. Larson came in and knocked him down. This will be 1-on-1 shooting for Cooper Lancaster from the Riverside Dental free throw line.
It's like they have one.
No, I keep looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Well,
I don't know what I'm doing.
There's a lot of numbers up there.
So just a 15 foul. And another foul in the front court. This one on Brunner, so they picked up 2 quick ones.
Well, that's his third. He's barely been on the court.
Yeah, it came out with a little blood. They got him wrapped up. He's going to stay out there. Coach Hatfield will leave him in late in the half with 3 fouls.
Well, if you're the Braves, if you can pick up a 4th on him, that would be good.
Lancaster on the right side wing. McClure looked at the 3, didn't pull the trigger. Hanna's out him on defense. Works it back out to Johnson. 1:20 to play before halftime. Braves leading 33-21. McClure again on the right side wing. Pivots, drives. Hanna picks him up, double team, puts up the shot, fading away, no good. Rebounded by Hedges, who's blocked at the rim by Hanna. Loose ball tracked down by Jenkins, and will step on the line. Almost had it saved, but it will be Jackson basketball with 1:05 to go. Second period, 33-21. Star Valley still leading, but now on defense. Lancaster's putting on some pressure in the backcourt. Just making sure Brunner remembers that he's there. Brunner drives by to the rim, blocked by Lancaster, but with the foul. He'll go to the line. A little back and forth here for Cooper and Seb. And this will put Brunner to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2 shots.
Second personal on Cooper. Brunner to the line. He has not scored yet today on the season, averaging 13. That one bounces all around and will fall.
Into the game is Max Jensen. We've seen him.
Hey, I'm a prophet. I just said he played and he's coming in.
Yeah, he came in and did some good things in the regional tournament, getting some state floor time here now at the event center.
Coach Schwab has mentioned he's not afraid to go to his younger bench. He feels like they can handle it, and they've proved him right for the season.
Both free throws are good for Brunner. Here's Jenkins on the other end. Shot no good. Almost got it to go, but he is fouled. 45.6 seconds to play before halftime. It's a 10-point Star Valley lead, and Croy Jenkins to the Riverside Dental free throw line. Free throws up and good.
All right, it's number 44. We were calling him a different name. Remember in Afton, it's Witherite.
Second free throw is good. Croy gets them both to drop. Lead back to 12. 35-23, 40 seconds to play in the second. Brunner works it up. Now a three from the elbow, no good. Not a three, a two from the elbow. Rebounded by Hodges, who goes to Zane Hedges. Works it across the half-court line. Hedges picks up the dribble and passes to Jensen. Max in trouble in the front court, pivots and hands off to McClure. Clock down to 18 seconds. Halftime coming with McClure stepping back. Now 14-13. Hodges setting some high screens. McClure works to Jensen. Clock down to 9. 8 now 7. Jensen goes back to McClure with 5. 4. Hodges a screen. McClure drives, gets tied up, and the ball stolen away from him. And that will be the first half. Braves can't get off the shot. And they do have the lead, though, heading into the locker rooms. Star Valley Health halftime show, and a good start for the Braves in this one. 35 for Star Valley, 23 for Jackson. Star Valley Health halftime show next on the SVI Sports Network.
The following are real testimonials of health services provided by Taylor Kennington at Elevate Life.
After 2 sessions with Taylor and implementing the strategies he taught, my daughter's anxiety is significantly better. She sleeps in her own bed and is back to being her happy self.
In 7 weeks, I am a whole new person who was skeptical at first, but now I want everyone to go see Taylor. He can help from the smallest problems to the really big things.
Elevate Life. Retrain your brain. Visit elevatelife.today.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is. And it's propane.
Fall River Propane, Star Valley's fastest growing energy for everyone provider, keeping you warm this winter. Everyone in Star Valley knows the Fun Zone is the place to go for birthday parties, family reunions, receptions, or basically any kind of get-together. Do you know what makes the Fun Zone even better? When you come and enjoy it. New to the Fun Zone is a massage chair and a vending machine, and still offering the open gym, volleyball, foosball, and air hockey, a full-service kitchen, and even a big screen TV. Visit svfunzone.com for reservations.
Since 1932, locally owned Hastings Ace Hardware has served Star Valley as the place to find high-quality outdoor, hardware, and houseware products at competitive prices. Staffed by your friends and neighbors, Hastings offers a team of knowledgeable and helpful folks to answer your questions and assist you in finding the perfect solutions for your projects year-round. Find Braves apparel, fashionable clothing lines, tasteful gifts, a full-service gift wrapping and custom framing counter, jewelry, home decor, paint mixing services, and so much more. Hastings Ace in Afton. It's the local and helpful place.
This is Braves basketball and the Star Valley Health halftime show on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley Health halftime show on the SVI Sports Network. Good start for the Braves. They're up 35-23 at the half. Star Valley Health, advanced, local, personalized. Visit starvalleyhealth.org. Once again, the state champion Brave Cadets performing here at the halftime. We've seen them every game so far of the tournament that Star Valley's been playing in, and well-deserved state champs. And not just that, Dal, I still go by it. All-time champs, the highest ever score given in the hip-hop category.
Yeah, we learned that yesterday, and they announced it again today here at the Ford Wyoming Center. Highest score ever given out to any dance team in the history of the competition. So that's something to hang your hat on.
Absolutely incredible. So this performance is being recorded. We'll upload it after this game when we upload all the stats and everything. It's all provided by First Bank of Wyoming. GoFirstBank.com. That's the provider for the halftime and post-game stats here, or highlights rather, for this game. Now let's take a look at the score by the numbers with the Braves up by 12.
Well, the big men doing their job for Jackson. Andrew Hanna, 10 points for him, 3 rebounds. That's a little off his average for rebounding. He usually gets about 11.5. Gavin Keelan with 8 points, 4 rebounds, and he has hit a three-pointer as well. The guards have been ice cold for the Bronx in that first half. 3 points for Carson Harlan, 2 for Seb Brunner, and let's see here. Yeah, that's it. Those guys have contributed in the scoring column. And you look at the three-point shot, they hit one early and they hit one late in the half. They go 2 of 11 from the three-point line. That's 18%, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, and getting out-rebounded 22-10 right now by the Braves big men. Star Valley got 10 quick points from Jacob Hodges. He's still at 10. And then everybody else chipping in today. 7 points for Tristan Hilton off the bench. 6 points for Croy Jenkins. 4 for Taft McClure. 3 for Luke Linford. 3 for Ridge Neild. And 2 for P.J. Horsley. The Braves 2 of 6 from the three-point line. 13 of 23 from inside the arc. 3 of 5 from the free throw line. And as I said, the rebounding is a huge difference right now. They've got a 22-10 advantage on the Bronx. That's a look at your halftime stats from Battleson Brothers.
Find them in Afton. Quality, price, service. Battleson Brothers, Carpet One, Floor and Home. You mentioned Tristan, 7 points.
Yeah.
They all came in about 1 minute.
Yeah,
he came off the bench and ripped them out.
He scored 7 straight for the team and looked totally comfortable doing it. That's what's been fun about this team this year is they'll bring somebody in, and it's not like, well, I got to kind of have to pick and choose. It's like you're in there, you run it, and, yeah, Tristan with 7 quick ones, and honestly a big part of why this lead is double digits right now.
Absolutely. Star Valley Health halftime show on SBI from the Ford Wyoming Center. Before we go to break, let's see if we can give away a couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex. We are 0-3 on the weekend so far. Let's see if we can do it this time.
Well, we mentioned it in the pregame, Duke. It doesn't happen very often. The Braves and Bronx play every year, but not at state. In fact, it's a very rare occurrence. When was the last time Star Valley and Jackson played against each other in the state tournament? That is your question. Use our text-in number, 307-203-4637. Fastest correct answer wins a couples combo from Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
Braves leading here at the half by a score of 35-23. Star Valley Health halftime show continues after this on the SBI Sports Network.
Sports Network made possible with the help of Fire and Air, fireplaces, HVAC, and plumbing. Stop by under the arch in Afton. Skyview Lanes and Cineplex, the Family Fun Center. The Right Company, HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too small. Outlaw Tees, custom screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, vehicle decals, and more. And by The Spur, Southwest Wyoming's country music station.
ILCPA has been part of the Star Valley community for more than 16 years. The times have changed a bit, but we are still proud to offer our continued support to the community and our Star Valley Braves. Say, didn't Corey play basketball for Star Valley High School? Whoa, Corey, I realize it's a black and white photo, but man, those are some white legs. ILCPA, we loved our Braves then and we love our Braves now. Go get 'em Braves. Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Coverage is made possible by Star Valley Health, supporting individuals, families, and our community in achieving their best health. Visit starvalleyhealth.org.
Wrapping up our Star Valley Health halftime show from the Ford Wyoming Center. Duke and Dal here with you on the SBI Sports Network. And Dal, let's see how the Star Valley Braves have done so far with the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game. Up by a score of 35-23.
Well, key number one I thought was going to be own the paint. I don't know if the Braves have owned the paint, but it's at least been a push between Andrew Hanna, Gavin Keelan, Jacob Hodges, Taft McClure, and Croy Jenkins. They've all been battling for control of the paint, and I would say paint-wise it's still up for grabs. Stop the ball, and that was to try and prevent the Jackson guards from getting all the way to the hoop. I think the Braves did a good job of that in the first half. Number 3 was hound those guards, and I thought the Braves did a good job there too. The Broncs were ice cold from 3, so that helped as well. And then, of course, key number 4 was playing for pride against your rivals. I think the Braves are putting out a pretty darn good effort today, and that's showing up on the scoreboard here at the half.
That's your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game. Now let's see if we have a winner of that couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
So the question was, when was the last time Star Valley and Jackson played against each other in the state tournament? You got to go all the way back to 1988-89, which technically I guess was the first George Bush. And the Braves won that. That was a state championship game, Duke. And the Braves won that one 49-46. It's been that long since these two nearby rivals have played at state. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. So the game would have had
89.
The
so
game would have happened in 89.
If someone has 89, then I would say that they get it.
We had an 88. I'm going to give it to them.
Okay.
80 because the season started in 88.
It's true.
So congratulations. We do have a winner. We'll give it to you.
You just
the
want
88 season.
You're such a soft-hearted guy, giving stuff away.
Yeah, the 88-89 season.
Yes, was the 89 state championship game. The last time these two teams played. They actually played for the title a couple times in the 80s. Jackson beat the Braves in the early 80s and then got them on this one.
So we just had one person say 88. And so if that was you win the couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
Close enough.
Braves ball with Ridge Nield.
Look at him, Ridge.
Right in front of us.
Ridge and his compression sleeve black things. Good job, buddy.
We got a smile out of him. That's all we need. Here's quickly to the rim. Jenkins, but lost the ball. Picked up by Brunner on the run. Kick out. Fake the 3. Work up top. Keelan fakes the 3. Drives in. Dishes out to Brunner. He'll take the 3 and hit the 3.
Well, for the Broncs, that's as good a start as you could hope for. You get a turnover, and then you nail a 3.
7:35 to go. Braves now lead by 9. 35-26, third period early on in the half.
And you're going to have to overcome this increased effort here out of the locker room.
Here's Hodges. Backs down Hannah and is fouled.
Ooh. Boy, a lot of ball on that from Keelan. Certainly some body contact, but they've been letting that go for the most part, Duke. This time they whistle him for his first foul.
It's a 9-point lead and 2 shots here for Jake Hodges.
Jacob had that really fast start, 10 points. Hasn't scored since.
Had a first half double-double, right? 10 and 10?
I had him with 9 rebounds, but the event center had him with 10, so officially, yes. Officially, no.
Second free throw is good. Missed the first. Lead back to 10, 36-26. Jackson basketball. Brunner sprinting across half court. Drives in, stops, kick out. Able to find Larson. He drives in and kicks out. No 3, dribble drive, and another kick out as Harlan can't get to the rim.
Well, the Braves, you just got to kind of let them burn through this extended energy here because the Jackson guards are just going 100 miles an hour here, trying to see if you'll make a mistake.
Hodges will get a foul. He reaches across the body of Hannah. He'll pick up the whistle with 7:03 to play in the third.
And honestly, that's the kind of foul you really don't want from Jacob.
Brunner will inbound on the baseline for the Broncs. Braves up by 10. Still a lot of time to go. Early second half. Keelan on the outside. Works over to Larson. He drives in on the wing. Shot is up and good.
Nobody stopped the ball. That was key number 2. Larson decided to take it on in until somebody stopped him, and nobody ever did.
So far, Jackson's winning the second half. They've cut the lead down to 8, 36-28.
5-0 run.
Ridge Nield works it over left side to Hodges. Jake drives in the lane, goes up against Keelan goes up against Keelan and scores.
Man.
10-point game again.
Do you think we could score at all against any of these guys down there?
Not a chance. Here's a foul on the floor away from the ball against Jackson. I think Hodges just picked up 2 quick ones.
Yeah, he did. That's foul number 3 on Jacob. Tayson Johnson will have a seat. And again, what a luxury you have a kid like Tayson ready to come in and say, all right, kid.
Hannah on the inbound. Johnson has him. Good defense from Johnson. Forces the ball out, and he steps on the line and out of.
Well, Ridge
snatched.
He snatched it right out of his hands, but his foot was on the line.
Couldn't see across the official here at half court. So now we're working at Jackson inbounding the ball. Brunner Lobs up top, and there's going to be a foul away from the ball from the far side official. And another foul on Star Valley away from the ball. They're going to get Johnson on this.
Didn't see much on that.
So some real quick fouls for Star Valley. They've got 3 in the first minute and a half of the half.
And they're all on big guys.
Keelan swings over to the right. Hannah spins in the lane. Johnson stays with him and dishes it away, but loose and stolen. Linford picks up the loose ball steal.
That's kind of a curious pass out from Hannah. He had the matchup he wanted.
Here's Linford. Angled drive to the rim. Bounced on the rim. Hung there. No good. Loose ball, and it's picked up by Jackson. Now a dive, and that's going to be a foul on Linford after Jackson got the ball, and Luke kind of dove in to try and strip it away.
Luke ended up like 15 feet away from where he started to try and rebound that ball. Yeah, great start here for Jackson. Still a 10-point lead for the Braves, but for the Bronx, you got to feel pretty good about what's happened in the last 2 minutes.
Well, you got 4 fouls on Star Valley, and lead is still at 10, but 6 minutes plus a quarter to go. 38-28, Bronx to the left post to Hannah, dribbles to the right post, kick out. Defense did a great job closing. Now Larson drives, shot rolls the inside rim, no good. Had his own rebound, can't go back up with it. Kicks it out, long 2, no good. Ball tipped up by Johnson, almost tipped it in, but it comes out and rebounded by McClure. Loose ball out in front to Linford. Linford attacks Keelan under the rim, scoops it up and in. Crossed under the iron and drops it in 2.
Luke just kind of surprises people, I think, with his length and speed.
Lead back to 12. Here's the lob by Brunner in the lane. No good, and an over-the-back call on Hannah. Stops the clock at 5:19.
And just like we were saying, there's certain sequences that go perfect for you. That one right there is about as bad as you get. Brunner back irons a shot inside of 6 feet, and then your big guy picks up a foul.
5:15 to play in the third period. Star Valley with the 12-point lead. Cooper Lancaster subbed into the game. Here's Croy Jenkins from the free throw line to Lancaster, down to Johnson. Posts up, turnaround shot, just left it short, but he is fouled.
Ooh, kind of a late whistle. It came in really late. And Gavin Keewan's like, yes, I agree. That was very late. And that's his. Oh, okay. They actually whistled on Isaac Larson. That's why. It's his second. Johnson to the line. He's 0 for 2 today. Let's see if he can reverse that.
Got it on the front end. 41-28, lead at 13.
First point for Tayson in the game.
5:01 to play in the third period. Second free throw rolled the inside rim and pops out. Rebound to Keelan. Works it left side to Larson. Here's a 3 in the corner, no good. Rebounded on the back rim from Cooper Lancaster. Deep pass to Nield. Drives in, loses his footing, kicks it back out. No travel, but then it's stolen away, and there's going to be a foul, I believe. No, a jump ball it is. I thought maybe Nield might have jumped on him, but they'll say jump ball, arrow favors the Bronx.
Well, Ridge went down to his knees and tried to slide it over, and honestly, it probably could have been called a travel.
And Jackson throws it away on the inbound. Brunner went one way, the pass went the other, but he recollects, tracks down the ball. Bronx dodge a bullet. Brunner on the left side wing. Hands off to Larson. Goes to Keelan. Fakes a 3. Wants to drive against McClure, but can't. Spins around on the post. Dumps it down to the block. Here's Hannah. Double teamed and pivots back inside, and he's fouled. Goes up for 2, and it will be 2 shots now from the line with 4:25 to play in the third.
And that's just a really savvy senior move from Andrew Hannah. The up, he goes one direction, pivots back, goes up and under the arms, and they get tapped. McClure. I actually thought they were going to whistle it on Johnson.
First free throw is good for Hannah.
So the one hole in Hannah's game is he is not a good free throw shooter. Got both of those, though. Say normally under 40%. He's at 4 of 6 today.
Lead is 11 for Star Valley, 41-30. Haven't been able to extend it, but they've kept it double digits. 4:15 to play in the third. McClure on the outside for the Braves. To the free throw line, kicks out to Jenkins. He angle drives, pulls up the baseline jumper, no good. Rebound tracked down by Lancaster on the baseline, and he is bumped and fouled. Not fouled, just out of bounds off of Andrew Hannah. Stays with the Star Valley Braves.
And Duke, this is not a panic for me, but this is kind of where the Braves looked like they were in control yesterday. Had a 10-point lead yesterday, but the offense hadn't scored in a couple of minutes. That's kind of where we're at here. The Braves need to get to the rim. They need to put something in the cylinder.
Here's Jenkins on the outside, finds Horsley in the corner, dribbles to the right wing, works into the paint, to the rim, and scores.
Thank you, PJ.
Making Dow look like he's knows what he's talking about.
I don't. That was just a nice coincidence for me.
Yeah, it worked out. PJ to the rim for 2. Lead is 13. Here's Brunner to the rim, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Star Valley basketball the other way. Horsley across the half-court line.
And there's a Simon Gaskell sighting.
Simon's going to sub in. That means the entire team that is dressed is going to take the court today, which I think is awesome.
It is. I love it.
Here is Horsley on the right side wing. Dribbles and pivots and kicks out. Works it up top to Johnson, who hands off to Lancaster. Cooper comes left, has a screen, goes down to low to the post, dumps it out to Jenkins, long 2, jumpers away, Swift. 15-point Braves lead, up 45-30.
Nice job of breaking down the defense there from Cooper. And then Croy, I maintain it, he's got one of the prettiest jumpers.
Ball movement inside, then the pass stolen by Horsley. Hanna tried to kick it out. Horsley just stuck out his hand and took it. He crosses over, gets to the free throw line. Back behind him to Lancaster, drives the post, jumper on the elbow, bouncing, dropped in, hung on the rim for a full second, and then rolled into the net.
Soft shot from Lancaster, his first basket.
Largest lead of the game, Star Valley up by 17, 47-30. It's a 6-0 Star Valley run. Hanna on the low block against Johnson. Spin shot, no, but a foul. We get Johnson on that whistle with 2:27 to play in the third period. And this will be 2 shots for Jackson's Andrew Hanna.
Second personal on Tayson, 16 foul. So the Bronx will be shooting the remainder of the game with 2:27 left in the third. That free throw's too strong, no good.
So in comes Simon Gaskell, and I'm just looking at the bench to confirm, Dal, and check marks in my head. I think Coach Schwab has got the entire
Everyone
roster.
that's got a uniform on has been in.
Everybody subbed in. That's awesome. I love that. Simon Gaskell on the court with the free throw away and good from Hanna. 2:27 to play in the third.
5 of 8 now for Andrew Hanna, 13 points in the game.
16-point Star Valley lead. Lancaster down the floor, works it over to McClure. Top of the key, feeds Hodges, who just shoved back in. Backs down Hanna, goes up and blocked by Hanna out of bounds.
Man, he is...
Those two battling has been fun to watch today.
But Hanna, I mean, he's played a lot of varsity ball, and he is very adept at that now. It's his third block.
Lancaster bounces down low to Hodges. He can't go up with it. Spinning, now goes up. And this time he's fouled by Hanna. Or Keelan, I believe. 2 shots, and it is Keelan who got the foul.
And I've got that as foul number 2 on Keelan. 4th team foul on the Bronx with 2:10 left to go in the third. Hodges to the line, where he is 1 of 2 today. And he's got 13 points and still on 9 rebounds on my stat sheet.
Free throw is good. 48-31, a 17-point Star Valley lead. 16 fouls on the Braves, 4 on the Bronx. Second free throw away, rimmed out, no good. Keelan on the rebound for Jackson. Bronx will take it across the half-court line. Bounce down to the post. Here's Hanna. Spins, shot, pivots around, kicks it out, ball tipped, but tracked down. Fairbairn has it. Works it up to Larson. He comes down to the free throw line. He'll spin, come left post. Shot is up and good. Nifty move from Larson to get to the rim.
Now, unlike his other layup, that was not one of those where he just goes and lays it in. That was just a heck of an individual play.
Here's Gaskell. He tries to back down the defense, puts up the shot, and almost made it. And then Hanna is fouled and hits the deck.
He got hit pretty hard. I think P.J. Horsley is who's going to draw that one.
Stops the clock at a minute 36. He had position on the rebound, and it will be a foul on the Braves. They give it to Hodges? They gave it to Hodges. It's 4th. Oh.
Yeah. And that's a one-on-one situation, so they will walk up the length of the court. Jacob will have a seat, and you may not see him for a while. And Andrew Hanna will shoot a 1-and-1. He's 5 of 8 from the line today, and as I mentioned on the season, under 40%. That one's no good.
Rebounded by Johnson off the missed free throw. 1:30 to play in the third period. Braves still lead by 15 points. Here's a high pass to McClure. He has to use every inch of him to get that one. He tips it to himself, goes back to Gaskell. Simon spins, Simon shoots in, Simon will miss. But it rebounded to Johnson, who is fouled. This will be on the floor in the 15th foul against Jackson.
I like that Simon's going right at Hannah.
I love it.
It's like Coach told me to go right in here, so he is.
Lancaster inbounds up top to McClure. Elevates over Keelan to bring it down and is able to hand off to P.J. Horsley. 1:10 to play in the third period. Horsley hands off to Lancaster, loses the ball out of bounds.
You've got to call something there. Wow. That was like a bowling ball and 2 bowling pins, and they just said, yeah, you guys threw it away.
Jackson basketball, inbound backcourt, 1:05 to play in the third period. Isaac Larson across the half-court line. Has a screen, fakes a 3, passes over to Wetzel. Works it to Keelan, deep on the right wing. Clock under a minute to go in the period. Hannah to the rim, left-hand scoop is in.
And he hasn't scored a field goal in a while. But that one looked really good. Up to 15 points now is Andrew.
48-35. Star Valley with the lead in the ball. Here's McClure for 3. Bounced on the rim, no good, but rebounded by Johnson. Missed the putback. It's another putback, and it's in.
Wow.
He's fading away and just kind of hit the deck. He falls down, but hits the putback after 2 boards. 50-35. The Braves on top by 15. Here's Keelan. Angle drive, can't get to the rim. Spins, dumps it down to Hannah. Works it and down low and out of bounds. Hannah dribbles on the line and turns it over.
It's a really tough pass for him to try and corral and just wasn't able to do it.
17 seconds to go in the third period. Star Valley up by 15. Little man-to-man full court press being put on here by Jackson. Lancaster across the half-court line. Ball on his hip, then loses the dribble, and it's picked up and stolen by Larson. He's going to take it down the floor the other way, spins into a double team, and he travels off the double team spin.
He hits the floor with his fist. He's frustrated because he probably should have had a layup, but just his momentum kind of just took him a little off his axis there, and he ends up traveling.
3.9 seconds to play here for Star Valley. Full court press being put on by Jackson. Horsley, half court shot at the buzzer. No good, but Croy Jenkins catches it and just flips it behind his back. And doesn't quite get it to drop in.
I don't know if it would have counted, but it was a fun effort.
8 minutes to go in the game. Braves by 15. Fourth period next on SVI.
Nothing on us? How hard could it be to be a banker? They just give other people's money away. Cole and Marty got nothing on us. Yeah. This is the Weekday Wake Up on SVI, your home for totally free personal and business listening.
Okay, so you're ready for a subscription then.
Just a few things to sign, we'll be on your way. Hey Amanda, what's the federal rate interest period on the Grace escrow after the next 4 quarters?
If you could just sign here, initial here.
So after a quick look at your credit, it's pretty evident that it's not good, and so it's not in the best interest of the bank to give you a loan today. I'm sorry.
That's right, Cole and Marty, you've got nothing on us.
We're gonna get people to give us money, and it's gonna be the Bank of Duke and Dow.
Start of the fourth period. Braves lead it by 15, up 50-35, and it is Star Valley basketball. Ball tipped and out of bounds off the inbound play. Keelan got his hand in there, and ball was loose.
Ends up getting kicked out by Seth Brunner.
Star Valley will inbound again, front court. McClure being covered by Keelan in the front court. Nice crossover dribble now between his legs. Tries to break down Keelan and does to the rim and just missed the layup though. Fight for the rebound and Jenkins has it. No foul. He was hit and fell. Ball's loose. Jackson has it on the other end. Up on top, extra pass. Brunner inside to Hannah. Spins, dribble pass, now works it outside. And Jackson can't get up a shot.
Again, I'm surprised Hannah didn't go up with that.
And it turns into a turnover. Here's Jenkins. Tongue sticking out to the rim. He's blocked in a foul this time.
And Brunner just picked up number 4. If it's on him, it is.
And it looks like we have Croy Jenkins to the Riverside Dental free throw line. That was a pretty good foul.
Well, these last 2 trips up the floor, you've seen some really aggressive takes to the rim from Hodges from McClure and then from Jenkins.
Free throw is good. 16-point Star Valley lead.
Croy now up to 9 points. Chance to get into double digits here.
Second attempt, good. Give him 10 points, and it's 7:26 to go in the game. 17-point Star Valley lead. It's been double digits for a long time. Pass outside, 3 from Harlan, good. Just what the Bronx needed to try and dig back into this with 7:10 to go in the game. McClure across the half-court line, lead down to 14. Work it over to Croy Jenkins. Back to McClure on the baseline, up against Hanna, blocked, but he gets his shot back, feeds to Croy, he goes up, scoops it, hit the bottom rim, no good. Rebounded by Andrew Hanna, but Croy tips the pass away. He throws it off of a Jackson player, and it's going to be a foul. What do we got here? What do we got? It's going to stay with Star Valley. What a play by Croy Jenkins over on the sideline.
There is a foul call. Keelan just picked up his 4th.
Maybe Keelan was the one on the ground that Croy jumped over, so he must have reached up or something. But
he's looking for some, I think he's looking for clarification. Maybe not. Maybe he's just there to defend the ball. Yeah, he's looking for clarification. He's like, I wasn't even over there.
It's going to be 1-and-1 shooting for Croy Jenkins. That was a heads-up play, though, for Croy over on the side.
So 4 fouls on Keelan, 17 fouls. This is a 1-and-1. Croy is short.
Andrew Hanna gets the rebound. 6:50 to play in the 4th period. Here is Wetzel. Works it outside to Brunner. Drives in. Back to Keelan. He'll jab right, dribble left, spin on the elbow, ball poked away. Loose on the court, picked up by Zane Hedges. He goes down with it, but keeps the dribble alive, and then he's fouled. He was dribbling on his knees. Dribbling on his knees, and then he's fouled by Jackson. And Zane Hedges to the line with a smile.
He has got a huge smile. He knows he just did something really cool.
That was awesome.
And he just fouled out Seb Brunner, so that makes him even happier.
6:32 to go in the game, and the free throw missed. So back-to-back 1-and-1 misses for the Braves on the front end. Rebounded by Jackson. 6:25 to go in the game. Outside to Wetzel. Has it down to Hanna. Dribble in the lane. Kicks it back out. Keelan fakes a 3 and drives, and he's fouled. He got Linford up in the air, and he kind of drove into him while he was up there, and Linford will foul.
Got a shoulder up into his armpit, and then you get a foul on you for extra measure. Keelan to the line, and he is 1 of 2 today. This offering is away and good. So the Braves missing a couple of front-end 1-and-1s. The Bronx capitalizing on this one.
6:18 to go in the 4th, and the lead down to 13. 59-39, now make it 12. Both free throws are good, 52-40.
You know, you look at Gavin Keelan's averages, and he's averaging 7.8 points per game. I think he's averaging like double that against the Braves. He likes playing against Star Valley. He's up to 10.
Star Valley will inbound against some pressure being put on by Jackson. Hedges has the ball poked away, but he recollects it, able to find McClure. Across half court, works to Jenkins. Drives in baseline, to the rim, blocked but contact. And that will put Croy Jenkins to the Riverside Dental free throw line. This will be 2 shots on the 9th team foul.
And if that's on Keelan, it's not. It's on number 15, Palmer Wetzel, his second. Croy back to the line. He's 4 of 5, make it 5 of 6.
Free throw is good. Lead extended back to 13.
11 points now for Croy.
Second free throw also good. 14-point lead. Jackson's hung around, but Star Valley has kept it double digits all game. Haven't let Jackson get down there. Here's Hanna. He'll spin and shoot in the lane and score. A timeout taken by Coach Hatfield and the Bronx. Star Valley up 54-42, exactly 6 minutes on the board. Live from the Ford Wyoming Center. 30-second timeout.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
You're watching Star Valley High School basketball on the SVI Sports Network.
Back to the Ford Wyoming Center. 6 minutes to go in this game. Snake River shootout in Casper, with the Braves ahead by a score of 54-42. Jackson in the full court press. Now they back off after the inbound. McClure across the half-court line. Hannah will pick him up on the perimeter. Clock down to 5:50. McClure breaks down Hannah, gets to the free throw line, jumpers from there, and it's a swish. McClure hasn't been as automatic today as he has some other games, but he's still that's still a good shot.
That was pretty.
5:35 to go. Ball thrown away by Zane Hedges. Zane on the run, and then he loses the dribble into the hands of Jackson. They go out in front to Hannah, tracks it down, but threw it away. Had to throw it back in from the backboard, and it's right into Zane's hands. Hedges being pressured in the backcourt, works it across the timeline. Pressure stays with him in the front court. Still has the dribble left side. Picks it up. Now hands off to Lancaster. Screen set for Cooper. Drives the post. Fakes the pass. Shot is blocked by Keelan. Goes right into the hands of Harlan. Harlan down the floor now for the Bronx. Braves still up by 14. Work left side. Keelan open three. Fire. Shot away. No good. Fight for the rebound. Tayson Johnson has it. Star Valley basketball.
6 rebounds for Tayson off the bench.
Hedges across the half-court line. Drives in angle. Found an open look, and he scores with the foul.
Found a seam against that tall tree defense.
He goes to the rim and now to the line for the and one. Max Jensen subs back in. Lancaster's out. We also have Rich Nield waiting. He'll come in for the shooter.
Second personal.
4:46 to play in the fourth.
Sorry, Duke. Second personal on Andrew Hannah. Tristan Hilton comes in. We'll call him Microwave because he's instant offense. Had 7 points in a row earlier.
It was also the 10th team foul for Jackson. So it'll be double bonus. And that free throw hit the inside of the rim about 15 times and then popped out. That was a rattler up. Keelan, top of the floor pass. Ball tipped but collected by Jackson. Works it into the rim. Shoot from the post is in. 4:30 to go, and Jackson will score to make it a 14-point game, and a foul in the backcourt will send Max Jensen to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2 shots.
That's a nice floater from Isaac Larson. He just picked up his 3rd on the other end of the court. Max Jensen to the line for the first time today. Got it.
Kneeled in, Hedges out.
Looks like Luke Linford and Jacob Hodges is going to check in as well.
McClure and Jenkins out. 4:27 to play in the fourth. Max Jensen with 1 more from the line. Shot is up and shot is in. Max got it. Lead back to 16 points. 60-44 with 4:25 to play in the fourth period.
Braves 12 of 20 from the free throw line today.
Ball movement around the outside. Jackson drives, dishes, Harlan left, now a Fairbairn 3, back rim no good, fight for the rebound. Braves will have it. Linford, Hodges on the board. Can you give him 10 now, Dow?
There, he's got it, he's got it.
10 on Dow's sheet even. Ball moving around to Jensen. He drives the left side post, splits the knee to the rim, high off the glass and in.
Holy
for
moly.
Max Jensen.
The thing I like about some of these kids is they come in and it's just they are as confident as can be.
Ball movement, kick out, Fairbairn, another 3. This one's no good as well, and Jensen now has the rebound. Max across the half-court line, dribbles behind his back, works it over left side to Linford, squares up, takes a left wing 3, short no good, fight for the rebound, and it comes out to Jackson. Larson with the board. Deep pass down the floor, mishandled and lost by Keelan. It's going to be Star Valley basketball.
Yeah, you start looking down the line, and guys like Tristan Hilton come off the bench, scored 7 quick ones. Max Jensen scored 4 quick ones now. Everybody chipping in here.
Jensen in the backcourt. Comes across the timeline to his right. Works it over to Nield. Ridge to the corner to Linford. Dribbles in baseline. Stops, leans into it, and gets tied up. And there'll be a jump ball call. With 3:22 to play in the fourth, Arrow favors Jackson, but the Braves still up here by 18 points. 62-44. Matches their largest lead of the game.
And Simon Gaskell gets it to check back in. I didn't want to point this out, but Simon's the only one that hasn't scored.
He's coming back in here late. Here's Hannah in the lane. Spins, shoots. Too strong, no good. Hodges with another rebound. Star Valley on their way to the consolation finals. 3 minutes to go in the game. Here's a 3. No good, but the putback. Also missed. Linford had the rebound and missed the putback. Rebound comes down to Jackson this time. Running with it. Fake the shot. Drive is up and a foul on Hodges.
And that's
He's it. He was sure down there a long time.
Yeah.
He was down there a long time.
Well, and him and the referee are kind of having a little chuckle fest about it. I'm guessing Jacob doesn't think it's that funny.
Comes with 2:55 to go in the game. He does get that double-double officially.
I had him with 14 and 11. Officially on the score here, they had him with 14 and 12.
To the line is Carson Harlan. He'll have 2 shots. Braves lead by 18 late in the game. Free throw no good.
First free throw attempt for Harlan today. He had a couple of threes early on, and then he's been pretty quiet offensively.
Simon.
I'd say another check-in here for the Bronx is Drew Griebel. And you were saying Simon Gaskell in for the Braves? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Big old 0 on his scorecard.
Here's the free throw. Off the rim, no good. Tipped loose. He does have a rebound. Simon gets the board.
Well, there's that.
2:48 to play in the game. And a timeout taken by Coach Schwab. I think that's his first timeout called all game. It's a full timeout.
We were just talking about that.
Back in 60 on SBI.
Digital Dilemmas presents
Wi-Fi Enlightenment. A wise person once said, "Keep your feet on the ground and your router on a shelf. This will help you achieve greater happiness in life and a better Wi-Fi signal."
Placing your router on the floor can negatively affect its performance because the ground will absorb the signal. Stay tuned for more Digital Dilemmas.
We're always looking for things that make our farm more efficient.
The value that Smart Farm brings growers like Rick is the ability to be more efficient, to be cost effective, and also to be stewards of the land.
The Simplot Smart Farm program is split up into 4 segments: prepare, prescribe, grow, harvest.
Based off of our first year work with him, our yield goals were higher than they've ever been on those fields, around 10 to 15% higher.
We were very happy with what Simplot does for us.
Star Valley has the basketball after their first time out of the game. Comes with 2:40 left. Ball's loose on the court and taken away. There's going to be a whistle to blow the ball dead at 2:36 to go. And a foul called against Star Valley.
I really didn't see anything there. Ridge Neal picks up his second. That'll result in free throws, double bonused. As Carson Harlan goes to the line, he just barely missed a couple of them. On the season, he is an 86% free throw shooter. So I wouldn't count on him missing 2 more.
First is away. The first is good. 62-45. Braves still up by a pretty good lead here with 2:36 to go in the game.
Mac Fairbairn has a seat.
Second free throw. Away, bouncing it in. Got them both. Star Valley basketball deep in the backcourt. Inbound to Jensen. Backcourt now across the timeline. Has a screen set by Hilton. Works it over to Simon Gaskell. Back to Nild. Right side Hilton. Down low Simon. Double teamed. Has to kick it back outside. 2:18 to play in the fourth. Luke Linford, low dribble. Stops, pivots. Tries to go in and travels on the game. But a lot of time went off the clock on that possession.
Hedges and Johnson will come in.
And it's the JV team now. Nild and Linford out.
Yeah.
So it's all the seniors, all the varsity sitting right now, and they'll get ready for the consolation finals tomorrow. Star Valley up 62-46 with 2 minutes remaining.
They could end up playing Thunder Basin. Wouldn't that be weird if the 2 number 1 seeds ended up being the consolation finals?
Here's a 3-ball good. Rattled in by number 44, Witherite.
Whether wrong or whether right, he made it.
13-point lead now for the Braves.
All right, that's a bad joke. I'm just excited the Braves are going to win and move on.
Hilton to the rim, no, but fouled. Stops the clock at 1:40 to play in the fourth. Yeah, both 1 seeds losing yesterday. And I don't know how long it's been since that's happened in any bracket, let alone the 4A boys. It just goes to show how close it was this year in the 4A class.
Well, we'd said that all season long, that any of these teams could win it, and I think, day one just kind of solidified that opinion. You just wish if you're a Star Valley fan, you would have been on the data part of that.
Right. Tristan Hilton misses both free throws from the line. 1:38 to go in the game. Braves still up by 13. Jackson trying to close down the gap with the Braves JV team on the court right now. 1:30 to go. Jackson's season ticking down. They'll kick it outside. Here's a 3 ball. No good. Rebound underneath. Ball loose and into the hands of Tayson Johnson. He'll have the board. Jackson will clear it out with 1:15 to go. It's pretty much the Jackson JV team on the court as well.
7 rebounds for Tayson now.
Hilton down the post. Shot is up. Got tied up. Ball's loose out of bounds. Stays with Star Valley with 1:04 to go in the game.
I guess you got to call that a block.
Yeah.
Bronx with 6 blocks in this game, most of them to Andrew Hanna.
Here's a turnaround jumper for Hedges, off the square and in on the inbound play.
Hedges now with 4 points.
64 for the Braves. The 3 ball missed again by Jackson, and a rebound for Johnson, who's quickly fouled with 52.8 to go, and the Braves up by 15.
8 rebounds now for Tayson, who has 52.8 seconds to get 3 or 4 more rebounds, either tie or surpass Hodges. Maybe that's what he's going to do. 1 of 4 from the line is Tayson. Let's see if he can salvage 50% here.
Shot is away, and the shot is good. So the Braves will play at 12 o'clock noon tomorrow, and they will await the winner of Thunder Basin and Riverton. Ooh, wow, that could be one heck of a consolation game, man.
It really could.
That's something else. Free throw no good, rebounded by Jackson. With the right, passes, quick pass down low to the low block. No shot, good Gaskell defense, but now an extra dribble and leans into the rim and 2 points drops. 35 seconds to go in the game. That was lack on the shot and the make. 30 seconds to go in the game. Star Valley with it. Simon Gaskell on the outside. Hands off to Hedges. 23 seconds and counting. Dribble drive, pass down the baseline. Hilton saves it, but nope, doesn't save it. Out of bounds on the baseline.
I'm actually shocked Tristan even got a hand on it. That thing was heading to the cheerleaders fast.
18.2 seconds remains in the game. Braves up by 14 points. Star Valley will advance to the consolation final tomorrow with a win today here against the rival Bronx. Jackson down to the baseline, now down to the block. Shot is up at a foul. That was against Hilton. That tomahawk foul coming down with his arm. Stops the clock at 6.5 to go.
First personal on Tristan. And at the line, this is Drew Griebel.
Dribble, shot, missed. Hit the left side of the backboard, but no rim. 65-51. Braves on top. Second free throw, no good. Fight for the rebound. Jackson will have it. Down to 3 seconds. A 3 at the buzzer, no good. Ball ricochets, and that's the buzzer. Braves win. 14-point victory for Star Valley. Jackson's season is done. 65-51 your final. Silver Star Communications post-game show coming your way right now. And again, Star Valley will tip off here from the Ford Wyoming Center for the consolation final. That game will tip off at 12 o'clock noon. Same time, same place tomorrow on this court. And again, waiting the winner of either Thunder Basin or Riverton. That game will be played next after this one. Silver Star, find them online at silverstar.com. Delivering life experiences one connection at a time. Learn how at silverstar.com. As we wrap this one up, let's take a look at some of our highlights presented by First Bank of Wyoming. Go firstbank.com, and as we do so, now let's take a look at the post-game battle stats.
Andrew Hanna leading the way for the Bronx with 17 points, only 4 rebounds on my stat sheet. 10 points for Gavin Keelan, 8 for Carson Harlan, 6 for Isaac Larson, 5 for Seb Brunner. Mr. W. Witherite gets 3, and Mr. Lack gets 2. The Bronx 5 of 20 from the three-point line for 20%, 12 of 21 from the free throw line, 57%. They were out-rebounded by the Braves 38-19 in this game. Huge difference in this game. The Braves had 11 players in the scoring column. Jacob Hodges with 14, Croy Jenkins with 12, 7 for Tristan Hilton, 6 for Taft McClure, 5 for Luke Linford, 4 points apiece for P.J. Horsley, Tayson Johnson, Zane Hedges, and Max Jensen, 3 for Ridge Neild, and 2 for Cooper Lancaster. The Braves go 2 of 9 from the three-point line for 22%, 13 of 24 from the free throw line, 54%. And they win this one, and they'll be playing on the final day of the season, either against the Thunder Basin Bolts or the Riverton Wolverines.
That's your Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home Battle Stats. Immediately following our post-game coverage, we'll have highlights from both the Lady Braves earlier today and this Braves game, and also a couple more performances during the halftime by the Star Valley Brave Cadets. So that will be on SVInews.com and on the Star Valley Independent Facebook page. Braves will tip off at 12 o'clock noon tomorrow. Dal, your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game.
Well, I'm not quite sure, but I think I'm going to go with Croy Jenkins today. Croy was very steady from the free throw line. He very steadily kept the points pouring in, and he finishes with 12, 6 of 7 from the line, and just made a lot of hustle plays. I'm going with Croy Jenkins today.
Congratulations to Croy, your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game. That will do it for us today on the SVI Sports Network. We'll catch up with you at the Ford Wyoming Center tomorrow for the consolation finals. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson, our producer, Sage Jacobson, our camera ops with the highlights, Dan Dockstetter, Connor Clint, and Amanda Nelson. Thank you for the graphics and also keeping us on the Swift 98 airwaves. Noon tip-off tomorrow on the SVI Sports Network.